In the mid-19th century, the Indian subcontinent found itself in the throes of a cataclysmic upheaval. The year was 1857, and the winds of rebellion were stirring, marking the first significant revolt against the burgeoning British colonial rule. The spark that ignited this revolt was seemingly small, a new type of rifle cartridge introduced by the British East India Company. The Enfield P53 rifle cartridge, rumored to be greased with pig and cow fat, was a sacrilege to both Muslim and Hindu soldiers. It was a slight they would not overlook. This cartridge crisis was the final straw, a culmination of decades of simmering discontent and resentment against the foreign yoke. On the 10th of May, 1857, 85 sepoys in Meerut refused to bite off the cartridges. They were court-martialed, and the next day, their comrades rose in rebellion. They released their imprisoned fellows, killed their British officers, and marched towards Delhi. The revolt had begun. The rebellion spread like wildfire across northern and central India. From Delhi to Kanpur, from Lucknow to Jhansi, the rebels seized control, rallying around local leaders and deposed princes. They proclaimed the Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, as the Emperor of India, though the aging monarch was little more than a figurehead. The revolt was a brutal and bloody affair, marked by atrocities on both sides. The events at Kanpur, where a massacre of British women and children occurred, became a rallying cry for the British, who retaliated with equal savagery. Despite their initial successes, the rebels were hampered by lack of organization and unity. The British forces, though outnumbered, were well disciplined and coordinated. By September 1858, the British had managed to suppress the revolt, capturing Delhi and Lucknow and hunting down the rebel leaders. The revolt of 1857 marked the end of the Mughal dynasty and the East India Company's rule. The British Crown took over the administration of India, beginning the era of the British Raj, which would last until 1947. In the aftermath, the British implemented significant reforms, both in the military and the administration. They also took steps to respect Indian traditions and customs. However, the seeds of nationalism had been sown, and over the course of the next 90 years, they would grow into the movement that would ultimately free India from British rule. In summary, the Revolt of 1857 was a watershed moment in Indian history. Triggered by the disrespect of religious sentiments, it was a widespread uprising against foreign rule. Despite its failure, the revolt shook the foundations of the British Empire in India, leading to major changes and planting the seeds of Indian nationalism. From the Enfield rifle cartridge crisis to the proclamation of Bahadur Shah Zafar as the Emperor of India, from the brutalities at Kanpur to the final suppression of the revolt. The story of the Revolt of 1857 is a testament to the spirit of resistance and the struggle for freedom. It is an essential chapter in the narrative of India's journey to independence.